Hey folks, welcome to Puzzle Spoilers. Today we're taking a look at the prison block puzzle. This puzzle was released by Bits and Pieces sometime after 2003. That's when it premiered at the International Puzzle Party in Chicago. This was designed by Jean Claude Constantin. This puzzle is entirely made out of metal. This seems to have been inspired by an earlier design by Mag-Nif called The Great Escape. I have a video on this. I'll put a link to it below. This puzzle is slightly different. There's an extra twist to it. It makes it a little more difficult than The Great Escape. Let me show you how to solve it. So the first thing we want to take a look at is this black piece. It's a little difficult to get on camera while it's in there. So I'm going to show you a drawing that shows kind of an exaggerated cross-section. So one side of the black piece has a very thin part of it, just like that, and the opposing side is much thicker. So when we look in here closely, we can identify which side is thinner and which side is thicker, and we'll notice that this side happens to be thinner and that side happens to be thicker. So that's an important point. The puzzle consists of this silver box and this internal black piece with a blue handle on it so we can get a grip on it. The goal of the puzzle is to remove the black piece entirely, and it's quite a conundrum because it's definitely much bigger than this square hole, and it won't come out no matter which way you twist it. The key to this puzzle is that there's an internal compartment that is a little bit bigger on one side of this square, and that thin part of the black piece fits perfectly into that compartment. Once we can fit that skinny end of the black piece into that compartment, it'll slide in a little bit, providing just enough clearance for the thick end to come out of the square hole, and then we can pull the whole black piece out. We can find where that compartment is by prodding with the black piece, and we'll notice that in this corner the black piece goes in just a little bit further than it normally would in the other two corners, and that happens in both this corner and that corner, and you'll just have to prod around to find where those two corners are, but it feels a lot different than the other two corners. So once you've found those two corners where the black piece will dip in just a little bit further, we found the correct side of the puzzle where that hidden compartment is. There's a hidden pin inside here that's only allowing the piece to go in on the corners. We need to flip the puzzle over completely. Once the puzzle's upside down, the pin will drop and it will no longer be in the way of the black piece, and we can now move it in the same direction where we know that that compartment is. And we can see here now that we have full clearance to pull the whole piece out, and we have solved the puzzle. We can now see here a lot better. That's the skinny side, that's the thick side. This is the only side that will fit into that secret compartment. To put the puzzle back together, we reverse those steps. We do need to solve it upside down. The puzzle is designed in a way so that we can't see which side has that hidden compartment. If you can't remember which side was the correct side with the hidden compartment, you'll just have to try each side separately. I know that this is the correct side, so we're going to take the skinny part, insert that in first. We should have full clearance there still. We can push the black part to the opposite side, flip it over, the pin will drop, and we'll be back in our unsolved position. I've seen a few different versions of this puzzle, one with a blue tip and one with a red tip here on this black rectangular piece. I believe the blue version was the Bits and Pieces version that was released after the IPP version, which actually has an engraving on it. I think the red version was sold by Eureka. That one's still available for purchase. I'll put a link below to where you can find it. If you found this video interesting, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. That's it for today, folks. I'll see you on the next video.